Why are so many people just so bitter and insecure about themselves that they constantly need to try and cancel other people? Especially Dokibird. I don't get it. Especially considering most people who tried it just dug their own early graves.
This cat liente person, this cat and chat person, who was recently in the news for making a terrible video about Dokibird and getting a ton of criticism for that video, in which she really tried to make Dokibird look as bad as
Oh, look at that. She, her. Oof, man. We know what's that about.
possible, to which Dokibird responded shortly after, like a day later. And really, it looked like Dokibird was essentially getting scammed by someone, but Kat was more or less taking the side of the scammer and trying to say that Dokibird was like a terrible person for not giving this apparent scammer over $10,000. It was like $14,000 or something. Kat then got called out by the VTuber Alicia and made an apology to Alicia, which wasn't really much of an apology, and even revealed personal information of Alicia. This is all stuff we covered in great detail a few weeks ago, but just kind of, mentioning this stuff really quick to jog your memory. Hopefully you're familiar with this stuff, because there's like way too much to recap here. This is not a recap. This is just mentioned like a quick memory jog. And now, spoiler alert time. I'm recording this part in post-production after I recorded the entire rest of the video, because near the end of the video, we find a post that shows just how far Kat was seemingly premeditating this hit piece against Doki, the new evidence making her look so much worse. And I'll put a timestamp right here on screen to that part if you want to skip and see it, but please consider watching the rest of the video leading up to it. Appreciate ya. And now, here is the rest of the video as
Okay, before we get into this, I feel that I need to explain what exactly is happening with VTubers and a lot of things in general, streamer related, because this seems to constantly happen. Let me share a screen so you can see. Okay, we're gonna use Paint. Okay, let me explain this. So these are the big established VTubers. Okay, some of them are on this side. And then there's a wall here, okay? There's a wall. And there are some other VTubers and big personalities that are on this side, okay? And remember, there's a wall between them. And for some reason, on this side, people are just, you know, magically keeping to themselves. Everything's fine. They're just living their life. They are happy people, okay? They're happy. But these people, for some reason, they are frowny faces. They don't like what's happening. For some reason, they are not happy. Okay? Because these people probably have, in the grand scheme of things, like maybe 10,000 more viewers than them on, a YouTube video, and we're talking about views that typically go roughly in the millions. And because of that, because of this small number right here, these people get really upset. They get really upset. And they want to cancel them, okay? They want to cancel people. Cancel, okay? And then they decide to try and cancel them. They're going to attack them. And they do. But you see, the thing is, there's this wall right here that they can't get through, okay? And that wall is called being fucking reasonable and not insane. Oh, yes. This right there, this right here, on the, that's not an X, okay? That's a anti-insanity wall. Insanity. Okay, that's the anti-insanity wall. And these insane people, no matter how hard they try to get through the insanity wall, us, the people that are actually making this wall, are not allowing their stupid bullshit and lies to get through. So these people that are happy here keep just living their lives until something gets through, and now shit starts because reasons. Now, nothing is really going to change. These insane people are obviously, these ones right here, are not going to impact anything. No one's going to ever care about any of their decisions or whatever they make. But they're going to start shit. And it never ends well for them for some reason. And for whatever reason, these people also don't understand that their decisions to do this are just going to end up hurting themselves. But they do it anyway. And this is the constant cycle of the YouTube, especially VTuber drama, because it seems like everything in the VTuber space is just governed by, this could say, uh, greed and hatred towards one another secretly.
Originally recorded. But the reason why we're talking about this is because there is an interesting series of events that have occurred since then, including, actually, before we take a look here at Cat in Chat, Mujin himself making a video about the whole situation and all the backlash Cat in Chat got, along with the context, of course. That video collecting
Damn.
over 1 million views and was released 7 days ago. Well, now, as you can see, Kat continued to upload videos after that occurred, and after all the backlash that she was getting anyways, you know, posting basically every day, as you can see here. Then 6 days ago, 5 days ago, 4, 3, 2, and then nothing the last few days. Now, what's really interesting is on every video she's made since this whole controversy, to put it simply,
They're gonna definitely go the route of, oh, I'm being harassed by these people. Oh no, I never did anything wrong. Now I'm being harassed for no reason. And I'm getting threats and stuff like that, which is dumb.
the comments are filled with people calling her out, bringing up the Alicia situation and also the Dokibird situation. And it's particularly amusing that she did acknowledge the Alicia stuff, albeit in a pretty terrible way, but she's been completely radio silent about all the Dokibird stuff. People mocking her and criticizing her in various ways throughout all of her videos, for example, this video from 6 days ago, but continuing up until her most recent video, if we hop over there next. As you can see here, now on her most recent video from 2 days ago, comments still coming in. For example, this one from 19 hours ago, a top comment reading, "Best is to unsub or call her out in comments. The dislikes are a good indicator, but dislikes on YouTube is not the same as on Reddit, where the negative karma comment gets buried." Again, Kat, I really like your videos, and you always talk about taking accountability for your actions, but you yourself don't abide by your own words.
The people who talk about accountability for the others' actions never like accountability for their own actions. Shocking, is it not?
Rules for thee, but not for me. Are you going to own up to your mistakes, or we'll read a few more, and then I'll get to the next point. Kat, I loved your content and I liked listening to the drama you covered. I'm very disappointed to find out that you don't care about any of the wrongdoings you did, pretending like they don't exist. Why do you cover these stories like you don't do the exact same thing the people you're talking about do? What even makes you think not mentioning it will make anything better? Whenever she starts her video with "we have tea," I'm just going to assume she about to spout some nonsense. Yeah, it's especially funny because the way she started her Dokibird video, she was like, "Oh, we got some piping hot tea." Yeah, she really thought she was cooking with that one.
This is tea so piping hot. None of you guys have actually heard about it before because it has that.
Damn, it's not a VTuber avatar, is it? A shame.
Posted anywhere. This is about a big VTuber by the name of Dokibird.
I want to move on to the next point, but like these comments are actually hilarious. We'll read a few more. "Hello, you have time to dye your hair, but not the time to make an apology video? Help, I didn't even
What
notice."
the fuck is that comment? What the... Dye your hair, bro? Oh, that was a killer.
Since I'm just strolling by to dislike and read comments, that is so upsettingly comedic. Have you apologized formally to person yet, or are we just brushing it off because siding with scammers are fine, right? Apologize. Stop running away from your mistake. Now I wish YouTube didn't hide the dislike ratio. So I did want to look for like some of the defense comments because on the videos she's been posting after all this backlash, there's always been like a few defenders saying things like, "Kat already apologized," like referencing the non-apology she made to Alicia, but she's never apologized to Dokibird yet. And other people saying like, "Kat is only uploading these videos because they were pre-recorded and right now she's on vacation," which is interesting.
Pre-recorded, eh? You know every phone has a phone YouTube app, right? Where you can log in and put the video from scheduled to private, and it's not gonna upload. So that is the worst defense you can do because it's stupid. But typically, people who try to defend this type of nonsense are stupid. So I guess we're on track at least.
Because other defenders were saying that she was actually moving, so I don't even know what's going on with that. Whatever the case may be with her potentially moving or being on vacation, it still came off very tone deaf, and or that she was trying to dodge accountability by posting these allegedly pre-recorded videos and not saying anything about what she did to Dokibird and all the criticism she got for that, while she did find time to make that tweet about Alicia. Now that said, many people also didn't find the tweet to be sufficient for a variety of reasons, but including that people wanted her to actually make a video on her channel where most of her viewers would see her taking accountability for what she did. Over on her Twitch channel, we can see that she was streaming 23 days ago and then returned 4 days ago. This meaning two things. It does seem like, yeah, she was on vacation or moving or whatever, but that she also returned 4 days ago, then also having another stream 2 days ago. And yet, as we went over already, uploads on her YouTube channel seem to have stopped. This is all to say that it looks like she really did hope that the pre-recorded videos she released while she was away were going to be enough to make people forget about all the Dokibird stuff. And then she returned and saw that people are still bringing this up, and now she's just like actually MIA. It looks like she's really trying to dodge all of this Dokibird stuff. Like she's really hoping that everyone just forgets. And then she saw that
anyone having the same question as me, what the hell does Trace even mean?
That's not working. As we saw already, some of the top comments, I mean, all of the top comments really, the great majority of them at the very least, on her most recent video are calling her out for saying nothing about the Dokibird stuff. It's really just astonishing how bad she's handling all of this stuff. Dokibird even responded and gave the receipts showing where Kat essentially messed up. You think she would at the very least make a follow-up video being like, hey, Doki responded to me and I saw everything Doki said and I realized I made some mistakes or something, right? She did have time to stream for hours upon hours since she returned, but there's just nothing about the Dokibird stuff. It almost feels like kind of like personal. It's so weird. Like I'm sure Dokibird doesn't even really care about this person. There's nothing personal from Dokibird here, but like Kat seems to have some kind of like weird one-sided personal vendetta against Dokibird. That's what it comes off like when she's just like refusing to take down the video, refusing to listen to any criticism, refusing to make an update video. Maybe at some point after I release this video, she will. And I'm not saying that's because of the video I'm making now. I don't think that will be why. It would simply be timing. Like for all I know, right now she's recording some sort of update. That very well may be the case. But it could be
oh boy,
just as likely, I suppose, that she just takes a break now and then returns and it's like never says anything at all about what she did to Doki. Hopping over to Mujin's video about Kat in chat and what she did. We've got a top response here from Alicia herself saying, thank you for the way you covered this video. Seeing the amount of detail you put in your coverage is fantastic. Thank you to everyone who's been so supportive as well. It's been a crazy past week. I look forward to seeing Doki being okay after this, her community, and also my community. And scrolling down a little bit, there's a very interesting comment here that says, it's gotten even worse. Yesterday, I saw a Twitter post where someone had managed to grab the Kat Google Doc info, and she created it 2 months ago and spent a few days editing it in recent weeks. So she and the artist have been planning to do this for 2 whole months. So basically, since Manager 3 said they weren't going to carry on with this, the artist, being the one who came off looking like a scammer once Doki posted the receipts, responded to all the stuff with their own Google Doc. And so I was saying earlier, you know, it came off like she's got some weird vendetta against Doki. I mean, that just makes it look even more so like that might be the case. What the frick? 2 months? She really was like taking this artist's side and just like really trying to come out with this hit piece against Dokibird, apparently. Let's take a look at the 4 responses that comment got.
I mean, if you're right that it's a hit piece, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Stay silent? That's kind of weak, honestly. So it's probably better that you come out with it than don't, I guess, to a degree, on a personal standard.
They teamed up to take down Doki. Kat did this for clout, and because she's jealous of VTuber.
Oh god. You know why I hate the fucking big YouTuber, big Twitch drama space? Because there's a lot of people that are, I mean, either they're 12 or they're mentally fucking 12 while being 30 in real life, which puts into question the illegal age principles. But there's always going to be someone who just always says jealous or something like that. Why can't we just hate people? What's wrong with just purely hating people, okay? I personally am a fan of hating people. They don't have to be jealous about anything of theirs. In fact, the hatred usually kind of symbolizes the fact that whatever they have is pitiful and trash. So yeah, but there's always someone, and this is why I hate all of these big, really big communities of drama, because they simply boil down to effectively the brain rot of 11-year-olds, which is kind of sad and boring. But I guess it is what it is. That was Hero Hate 10 out of 10. Bye.